Good morning, friends. I'm Dr. Yogesh Sarode of Jivan Vikas Mahavidyalaya Devgram. I welcome you all in this session. Today, we will learn about the interpretation of the poem The Solitary Reaper by William Wordsworth. Earlier, we have seen the introduction of the poem, the theme of the poem, then short introduction of the poet also, and then comprehension of stanzas through paraphrasing. Now, in this lesson, in this video, we'll concentrate on the interpretation part of the poem. So, friends, you all know the poem is well composed by the poet, romantic poet William Wordsworth. In this poem, The Solitary Reaper, the poet orders his listener to behold a solitary highland lass. Solitary highland lass means solitary highland girl, woman, who is reaping and singing by herself in a field. He says that anyone passing by should either stop here or gently pass, should not disturb her. As she cuts and binds the grain, she sings a melancholic strain, and the valley overflows with beautiful but sad sound. So, because she should not get disturbed, those passers-by either stop or gently pass. This is what Wordsworth want to say. The speaker says that the sound here is more welcome than any chant of the nightingale to a weary travelers in the desert, and that the cuckoo bird in spring never sang till the date with so thrilling voice. Now, the poet is impatient. So, he asks, will no tell me what she sings? Here is his question. He asks, will no one tell me what she sings? He speculates that her song might be about old, unhappy, far off things and battles long ago, or that it might be humbler, a simple song about matter of today. So this anyone can be the theme. But whatever she sings about, he says, he listened motionless and still. And as he travelled up the hill to highland, he carried her song with him in his heart long after he could no longer hear it. Now, if you see the form of the poem, Solitary Reaper, we find it has a mixed rhyme scheme, in which we find first and last stanzas following A, B, C, B, D, D, E, E pattern. A, B, C, B, D, D, E, E pattern. And the middle stanzas following an A, B, A, B, C, C, D, D pattern. And more important is that the poem is written in iambic tetrameter. Iambic tetrameter. Along with I Wandered Lovely as a Cloud, The Solitary Reaper is also one of Wordsworth's most famous lyrical ballads. Lyrics. It is actually lyrics. Lyrics is a simple poem expressing the meaning. In Tinton Abbey also, Wordsworth, we find that he said that he was able to look on nature and hear human music. In this poem, he writes specifically about real human music, encountered in a beloved rustic setting. So the song of the young girl reaping in the field is incomprehensible to him, understandable to him. ए हाईलैंड लेस, एक वुमन जो ऊंचाई पे अपने मधुर आवाज़ में, उसका आवाज़, उसका थीम, वो थीम या तो पुराने इस पे है या करंट इशू पे है, वो पहचान में भी आता नहीं है, वो समझ में अभी तक कवि के आता नहीं. लेकिन द ब्यूटी ऑफ सॉन्ग which she sings, that is interesting, that is magnetic, that what is struck to the heart of the poet. She is likely singing in Scots, and what he appreciates is its a tune, its a tone, its expressive beauty, and the mood it creates within him, rather than its explicit content at which he can only guess. To an extent, then this poem ponders the limitations of language, as it does in the third stanza. Will no one tell me what she sings? क्या कोई मुझे बताएगा क्या वो गा रही है? But what it really does is praise the beauty of music and its a fluid, expressive beauty, the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings that Wordsworth identified at the heart of poetry. That is what is the core of romantic poetry. Now, by placing this praise and this beauty in a rustic, natural setting, and by establishing as its a source a simple rustic girl, Wordsworth acts on the value of lyrical ballads. The poem's structure is simple. The first stanza sets the scene. The second offers two birds comparison for the music, and the third wonders about the content of the songs, and the fourth describes its effect of the songs on the speaker, and its language is natural and unforced. Again, we find additionally the final two lines of the poem, that is, it's a music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. Now, these lines return its focus to the familiar theme of memory and the soothing effect, saddening effect of the beautiful memories on human thoughts and feelings. So, the poem expresses the theme that simple moments can have extreme beauty and can affect our souls for a long time afterwards if we stop and pay attention. So, in this poem, the song of a woman reaping by herself in a field in the Scottish dialect, in the Scottish land, catches the attention of the narrator, catches the attention of the poet who is hiking nearby. Major themes we find in the poem, A Solitary Reaper, is everlasting beauty and sorrow that is pervading. The poem presents two things: the labor of that girl and her expression of sorrow. She is working and singing at the same time without being bothered about her surroundings. वो अपने आप में गा रही है, अपनी खुशी में गा रही है. It was personally liked by Wordsworth because he was paying attention to her song and feeling it deeply without aiming to understand the lyrics, and persuades passers-by to either listen her quickly, quietly, or move further. The poet tells us about a girl who is in a field alone, singing in the field. And as she is traveling, harvesting her crops, she is singing a sad tune which echoes the deep valley. The speaker asks us to stop and listen to her tune or gently pass. आराम से जाओ या तो रुको. So, a girl alone in the highland lass is off in the distance, Yon solitary highland lass who is working in a field and singing. The phrases from the poem that most directly describe the song are a melancholic strain, welcome notes, plaintive numbers, and humbly lay. So these words gives you the sense uh, about the theme of this poem. Now, it has a mixed rhyme scheme. We have seen that rhyme scheme also, that in the first and last stanzas it has A, B, C, B, D, D, E, E pattern, and in the second and fourth stanza we find A, B, A, B, C, C, D, E, D pattern with iambic tetrameter. Then the poem anticipates Keats' two great meditation on art. Ode to the Nightingale, in which the speaker steeps himself in the music of a bird in the forest. Wordsworth even compares the reaper to a nightingale. And Ode on a Grecian urn, that of Keats, in which the speaker is unable to ascertain the stories behind the shapes on an urn. It also anticipates Keats' Ode to Autumn, with the figure of an emblematic girl reaping in the fields. So, friends, in this way, we have focused on the poem. We have compared the poem with Keats' other two poems, also legendary poems. And here you find one thing, that is that Highland girl is singing in her own mood without bothering the surrounding. She does not pay attention to the passers-by. Passer-wise poet, when he hears the song of that Highland girl, he stops there, and at the same time he requests the other travelers also that if you are traveling beside her, stop, stop, or if you want to go, go slowly without disturbing her, because the enchanting beauty of the sound which that Highland lass sings, it's so amazing that it affects the heart of the poet. Whatever theme of her song may be, the poet is not bothering about that. The poet does not want to discuss about that, whether that theme is about old history or about the present issue. But whatever she sings, that is beautiful, and this is what is appreciating. So, friends, in this session, I have tried to focus on the interpretation of the poem. In the next session, we will see some important issues related to the poem. So, thank you today. Good day.